I have always been fascinated by a National Geographic Channel program to get a peek into the lives of animals and birds. How many hours are spent with expensive equipments? A black-headed bulbul made a nest on our drawing room window, and I got a golden opportunity to watch the birds building their nest, which took one full day, and incubating the eggs, and how the newborn chicks grew and flew off. On 26th April, the bird started sitting on the eggs. She used to go in between for food, then come back and sit, as if in a totally meditative state, totally devoted to the task at hand. With full concentration and dedication. This is view from outside the window. I noticed that she used to inspect the eggs in between and maybe roll over the eggs so that the temperature distribution may be even. Just on to her job. No complaints, no whining. Changing position to relax her body. It's amazing how each living being is having the innate intelligence to do the task at hand, as if she knows to be totally in the present and now. When she watches the eggs today, you can almost feel she is expecting her babies to be out soon and sits over the eggs with all the love of a mother. On 12th, we heard faint sounds from the nest and saw a small head of the chick. Looks as if the mother is kissing the baby with so much love. And lo, the father also arrived. We could see that there were three babies. Mother's duty to give warmth to the newborns was continuing. Again, this is the view from outside the window. On the next day morning, we heard the sound of chicks. They seemed hungry. The mother soon arrived with food for them. It was fascinating to watch her feeding each one of them by turn. The father was also equally participating. We could watch the whole family drama as the nest was visible from our dining table, and because of the lockdown, we were home all the time. Slowly, the babies were growing, and they were always hungry. They had to grow their feathers, develop strength. Whole day, the parents were feeding them. They would fly off, bring food, feed them, and go off to bring again. And they seemed to be so hungry. Always two heads were sticking out more than the third one. The parents took care to feed each one of them. In between, she took care to give them warmth too. Along with sunrise, the duty of feeding the babies would start. The parents were doing their duty with full dedication. No complaints, no grudges. The largest baby was more hungry as it was growing fast, but mother has to feed all the three. She has to find the food. It was amazing to realize that nature provides food for every living being. It used to be such a joy to watch her feeding, and the babies making sounds with their beaks open and turned upwards to receive the food. I used to wonder how she divides the food between the babies because she brings food holding between the beaks, which she takes inside the first baby's mouth, then second, and then the third. The baby still needed the warmth from the mother. You can see how the babies have grown. Still, their neck is bare. The feathers have not developed fully. Now they're bringing large chunks of food for the babies. You can see the long, thin, bare neck of a chick here. See the mother feeding the third baby? It was growing at a slower rate than the other two. Now that the babies have grown big, mother was very careful while sitting over them. Here you can see that the necks are covered with feathers now. Even the mother seems to be taken aback by their sudden growth. Now the babies are waiting patiently to receive food. It was interesting to notice the changes in the sound of the mother was making now. I felt that it was giving flying instructions. That is a view of babies sleeping from outside the window. Now that the babies have grown so big, large chunks of food were being provided. Looks like a conversation going on, checking whether babies got their lessons right. And the parent seems to be satisfied. This was the day before two of them flew away from the nest. Now they look fully grown. The third baby has a little more growing up to do, looks like. The mother is coaxing the babies to test the strength of their wings. You can see my husband watching them from inside the house. The chick seems to be gathering courage. Haha, looks like they need some pushing. Finally, two of them were ready to take off. Now only one baby was remaining in the nest. Once they fly off, they don't return to the nest. And the mother was feeding the chick. She thinks the baby is ready to fly now. The baby is testing her muscle strength and seems confident to take the first flight. Once they all flew off, we are searching for the babies outside. As their back tail was not fully grown, they couldn't fly very high. We knew that, and we knew they should be nearby. And we located them on the plant just outside. Here I'm standing so close and taking the photograph. The baby is looking straight at me. An hour later, we saw them cuddling and sleeping, perched on a branch. They were looking so cute. The third baby we saw sitting on the ground near our aloe vera plant. On 29th evening, we were standing outside. I said aloud, "How can you all just disappear? Please show your faces." And you won't believe, within a few seconds, they flew in and sat on the wire above and started chirping. Aha, our extended family. So, how was the story? Did you like it? If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like button and leave a comment.